All right, welcome everybody. Rocking the review solo today. I'm up in the Great White North, so if my internet's a little spotty, I apologize for that. But we'll do a quick little review, and just to get something out there, get a score for the episode, and let's just let's just get right to it. I got no sleep, like 3 hours of sleep last night. I've been driving 8 hours today with kids just to get to where I am. So I don't know if tiredness is a factor here, but this probably was easily the weakest episode for me. And again, we're talking episode 13, Infested. I think I'm done with Sid. Like, if you've been following these, Sid, not the biggest fan myself. It's weird that she has a normal voice, which bothers me. And just the character I'm not invested in at all. And this episode was all Sid. So that for me was definitely, a weak point. And on top of it, completely filler. I felt not really much development for any of the main characters, nothing to push the storyline forward because Sid was the handler. She gets pushed out. And, we can only assume she's going to be rocking with the Bad Batch in the future, getting them more jobs. There's nothing to suggest otherwise. So, again, not the biggest fan of that narrative. I actually am a big fan of Monster of the Week type episodes. If it's going to be filler, Star Wars normally does cool stuff with that. Like, you think like the Brain Invaders from the Clone Wars with the Geonosians. Stuff like that, the Zillow Beast, a lot of, the spiders in Mando / in Rebels, like a lot of the times they handle that type of stuff good. And I thought the swarm of bugs were just, I don't know, kind of generic. Like they're not once did I feel anyone's life was in peril. Like there was zero tension with the way these bugs were. I did like the shots of like looking down the cavern and like the little, I don't know what you want to call it, floating up. I did like, again, the Bad Batch is great visually. I liked the animation, like the way it looked, just not necessarily, the execution. And just like, other things, like when Sid rappels down at the end with Wrecker, like why is that not Hunter? She has no armor. She's getting pulled up and she's getting swarmed around and nothing happening to her, but Wrecker's like furiously blasting them all, getting covered in green guts and stuff like that. So it's just strange decision. What's up, Devin Show? Let me know what you thought of this episode. For me, the weakest. What else? And then we get the Pikes. The Pikes again. Again, I think the Pikes are cool. But we've gotten them a lot now in Clone Wars. We've seen them in Solo. We've seen them. I don't know if we got them in Rebels. But anyways, we got a lot of Pikes, and there's a lot of gangsters out there. Obviously, we've seen the Hutts a lot, but like why not the Black Suns or Crimson Dawn or something like that? So, again, I think Eckhart's Ladder made a video. I didn't watch it, but I saw a thumbnail about Star Wars being too small, and that's kind of where my mind goes with that. Like always reaching to the same gangster group, and we could bring in somebody just a little bit different. And then the other note on Boba, he'll be an interesting one too because Boba will be like I guess a teenager in this timeline, right? He'll be a little bit older than we saw, and he's rolling with probably Bosk and Dengar still. So that would definitely be cool to see Boba. Since we got Cad Bane, so maybe they're hinting at maybe that Cad Bane Boba in the future. But with the Pikes, I don't know if anyone else thought this, but in Solo, I love that the Pikes were in Solo, but I found their appearance was so bizarre compared to the way they're portrayed in animation. I know there's stylistic changes and stuff like that there, but the Pikes in animation are superior for me for how they actually looked in Solo. And then what else do they have? That's there's really not a lot to say other than it was just a past 28 minutes of time for me. So I'll give this a score. I'm going to go with, this is the first 6 I'm going to give out. I'll give it a 6.8. Again, 6.8 does sound low, but for me, like, it's still, these reviews are always stingy. So for me, it's just the weakest. I don't know if I'm just too tired, but there's been a lot better episodes. So hopefully they rebound next week. So that's it for me. I gotta hit the sack. Hopefully we'll have Get on here next Friday, and we'll talk to you all soon. Peace out, everybody.